welcome back to Down Into the Rabbit Hole. We are your hosts. I'm Caerys.
I'm Chloe. And
Ooh, exciting.
why don't you tell them what this episode's all about?
So on today's episode, we've both got a story each from Reddit, and Chloe's going to read hers out, then I'm going to read mine out, and then we're going to guess if it's true or false.
Yeah, so you ready
Yeah.
for my story?
Guess as well. Wow,
Guess
we're
along
at
with
it.
us.
Guess along with us if you think this story is true
Let
or
us know
not.
if you've heard any of them before. Maybe you might have heard my one. Maybe you might have heard Caerys' one. Let us know.
We never know. You want to go for it? Kick it off?
Yeah.
Kick it off.
So on May 31st in 2014, in
Oh.
Wisconsin in the United States, two 12-year-old girls, Anissa and Morgan, and their friend Peyton, planned a birthday party. The day before the sleepover, like the party sleepover, the girls decided to go and play hide and seek in the park nearby.
Oh, no. Like in the night?
Yeah, I don't know if it was nighttime or not. It didn't specify whether it was night or daytime. I think it was daytime though.
Can I just say, if this is the Slender Man story, me and you are going to be having words because you know that I'm absolutely terrified of that.
Let me carry on with the story. So Morgan and Alyssa, while they were playing hide and seek with Peyton was laying down in like the leaves, and they pinned her down to the floor and stabbed her 19 times.
Oh no, it is. The
They stabbed
Slender
her
Man
19
story.
times to try and kill her.
No, they're 12
The
years
reason
old.
for trying to kill Peyton was to impress the Slender Man. If any
She's
of our
picked this
viewers-
story. She's picked this story purposely because when we were in high school, she was not allowed to bring that name up.
So, if you don't know who the Slender Man is, he was made as a part of a Photoshop competition, and the pictures took off.
Was he?
Yeah, the pictures took off, and thousands of people edited him in
Yeah.
their own photos, and it kind
Yeah.
of blew up, and people were wondering, is it real? Is it fake? It was
He's
not real.
Basically, he's like an urban legend, but it
Yeah,
came from.
But it
that.
came from a Photoshop competition.
And he's quite scary.
So he's a tall, faceless, dark man with like tentacle arms and stuff. And these two girls stabbed Peyton 19 times to try and impress Slenderman.
She did survive, didn't she?
She did survive.
She did survive.
Spoiler alert, she lived.
She's horrible at that.
So yeah, it was part of a Photoshop competition. Peyton somehow managed to crawl out of the woods on her own after being stabbed 19 times. She managed to get onto a cycle path where a cyclist found her and took her to the hospital. One of the stab wounds was only 1 millimeter away from her heart.
No.
So not only did she manage to crawl out of the woods after being stabbed 19 times, but also lived because of 1 millimeter.
Yeah.
So 5 hours after Peyton was in hospital, the police found Alyssa and Morgan after being described to the police. They found a 5-inch blade in one of the girls' bags, and they were covered in blood. Both girls were taken in for questioning, and they admitted that they were on their way to a mansion in the woods, which is where they believed the Slender Man lived. One of the girls also had a photo of their family in her backpack, so she could remember them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to the girls? Did they get jail time?
Well, they were taken to court, obviously, where they admitted everything. They told
attempted
them
murder, like, innit?
well, they got they were trialed as adults and not children because of the severity of the crime that they committed.
Yeah.
I believe one of them is not in prison anymore.
Really?
Yeah. She lives with her father. She's not allowed the internet or social media, and she's not allowed to leave the state that they are in, and she's not allowed any contact with Peyton anymore.
Yeah.
The other girl is in a mental institution, I believe.
Right. I'm going to say, have you got any more? Is that the story?
That is the story.
I'm going to say that is 100% true because I've heard it before.
Peyton
I've
also,
heard it
she helps cats in a shelter now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look, I'm glad that it was a happy ending for her,
Yeah.
but just the fact she had to go for that when she was 12.
And they were her best friends
I
as
know,
well.
I know. Like, she trusted them
And
enough.
they believed an internet story, an internet hoax.
That's why stuff like this is dangerous. Like, not because of the ghost side of it, but because of the real life kind of side where people take it to those extremes.
You had a friend who was really obsessed with Slenderman.
No, not Slenderman. She was into...
Creepypasta. That's what Slenderman
Yeah,
is.
she obviously didn't take it that
She wasn't
far.
murderous.
No.
But yeah.
Like,
5-inch blade in the bag. They found.
it's just rough, innit? It's just why.
The fact that this like internet story had so much influence over these two girls.
No. I feel like a lot of people out there, you probably would have heard this story
I think
before.
most people have heard the story before.
It was quite like out there on the internet and stuff, wasn't it? Right, you ready for my story?
I'm so ready for your story.
Yeah, okay.
I believe this one is from Reddit.
Yeah, but it still could be true or false. You never know. You ready? Never know.
I'm ready for this story.
Take a true crime one. About 10 years ago, I was recently divorced and living alone in a one-bedroom apartment. The place was clean and the rent was decent. One of those places that had a doorman. Ooh, so quite up there, innit?
A doorman? Fancy.
Yeah. I felt... You fancy him?
No, it's fancy, like a doorman's fancy. I don't know who
So
this
you fancy the doorman?
I don't know who this doorman is.
I felt safe here. I was alone and loving it. Focused on my career and not on my clingy ex-husband. Things were finally looking up for me.
She had a clingy ex?
Yeah.
Haven't we
Husband
all?
as well. Husband.
No
At the
husband.
time, I was working pretty late at the office and would often stumble into my apartment, sleep deprived in the early hours of the morning and wake up by 6:30, 7ish to start the day. I started noticing that in the morning my door would have been unlocked sometimes.
Maybe she forgot to lock it.
Maybe she forgot to lock it, but you never know. I usually dismiss this as my sleep dead brain, thinking that the door looked more appealing than locking... thinking that the bed looked more appealing than locking the door. Oh, that's like quite dangerous though.
Yeah, maybe lock your doors.
Maybe lock your
guys.
doors at night, please. This is...
Double lock it
Yeah.
if you can. I have 2 locks on my door.
And
One's
we
a
don't even
key.
know why yet, but we just already know it's a bad idea.
Just lock your doors.
Just lock your doors, please. Another thing that I noticed since moving in was that I seem to misplace things more than I used to. Little things like a hairbrush or nail polish, that sort of thing. It wasn't really that big of a deal, just enough to be a slight annoyance to my day. Which, fair enough.
It's annoying when you can't find your earphones.
Yeah. That happens to you all the time, doesn't it? Stuff
But
just
it still does.
misplaced.
Still does.
Maybe take close listen to this story, Chloe.
Yeah, maybe I'll pay attention.
Maybe. Oh, thanks. Not like you weren't before.
No.
The longer I lived there, the more frequently I seemed to forget to lock the door. At first it was every once in a while, then it seemed like an almost daily occurrence. More things went missing, things like pictures, shaving razors, and most disturbingly, my underwear.
Oh, this ghost has been stealing underwear.
Ghost?
Sounds like a ghost. Person?
I don't know. I don't
Carry
know.
on.
No. This went on for long enough that I started to get a little paranoid. I started to take the time at night to make sure the door was locked. I got into a habit of every night after I lock the door, turn the handle 3 times, and then say to myself, it's locked. It's locked. To be fair, I would also do that.
Yeah.
I would take a picture
I
of
feel
the
like
door.
you already do that.
Yeah. Like, I just need to make sure that I've locked everything.
Makes sense.
It's locked, it's locked, it's locked. Time after time, I would wake up and the door would still be unlocked. Weird. One time, I even tried staying up all night to watch the door, but I ended up falling asleep in my chair. Determination. Why
Yeah.
didn't you just set up a camera? I feel like that'd
Maybe.
be...
Get some common sense.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Lock your door.
Lucky door. I decided that my mind was not reliable enough to stay up all night, so I invested in a video camera. Oh.
She got one.
Never mind. I went all out and bought the fanciest camera that I could get my hands on. So one night I set the camera up facing the door. I hid the camera under a pile of towels on the floor. I locked the door and went to bed. When I woke up, my apartment looked normal. Nothing missing that I could see. I decided to check the tape. I fast forwarded through hours of footage, not seeing anything. I was just about to give up when I noticed the handle of the door jitter. Dun dun.
Was that the Law and Order intro?
You know what? It might. And it would have fit. It would fit. Did that? Not even knowing. Then it slowly crept open. A figure. Still could be a ghost. Still could be a ghost. A figure slid through the half-open door and walked towards the camera.
Ew.
It paused, looked around as if it was listening for something, then walked forward into the direct view of the camera. I paused the camera. The hairs on my arms and the back of my neck started to rise. I was staring directly into the face of the maintenance man of the building.
What?
I know. I could see those big, thick glasses and curly hair, because he'd have a key as well.
I was
Wouldn't
going to
he?
say that would make sense. He'd have
Yeah.
a key.
I could see those big, thick glasses and curly hair. I had no doubt who it was. I played the tape a little more. He looked comfortable as he walked around the apartment.
Oh my God.
Not fun, not fun. Then he
Absolutely
turned
not.
and walked towards my bedroom and out of the view of the camera. I didn't know what to do. Sobbing, I called the police. I tried to explain over the phone, but couldn't. Soon enough, 2 officers arrived at my doorstep. I told them everything and showed them the tape. I remember seeing the blood drain from their faces. They promised me that I was safe.
I'm unsure.
I'm unsure about that. And that they were going to get this guy. I needed to lay down, but didn't want to be alone. One of the officers offered to stand outside my apartment door as I took a nap. That's like bouncer style.
Yeah.
Fair enough, though.
It's like a Mackey's in Belvale with the bouncer outside.
Got to, haven't you? Got to. One of the officers offered to stand outside my bedroom door as I took a nap. As I was laying in bed, unable to sleep, but too drained to move, something kept nagging at me. Kept tugging at you, like that. I laid there for a few minutes, tossing and turning, unable to get comfortable or rest. My mind was racing. Then a realisation slowly washed over me and chilled me to the bone.
She didn't see him leave.
We watched the tape and saw the man enter my home, but we never saw him leave.
What? Oh my God.
I froze, then started shaking. I needed to get to the front door. I sat up and looked around the room. I couldn't see anyone. I swung my legs over the side of the bed cautiously. My feet hit the cold wood floor and I felt my warm breath on my ankles. No, not her warm breath. Just warm breath. Not her own warm breath.
Yeah, I didn't think
she just felt warm breath on her ankles.
No.
Yeah, I'm scary.
Ew.
I raced out of my apartment as fast as I could and to the safety of the police officer. He called for backup. They found the man under my bed, clutching a knife and a Polaroid camera.
Ew. That is horrible.
I know. That one, honestly, is scarier to me than the ghost stories.
It could happen. It's
it could
a real
happen.
person.
And in fact, did it happen, Chloe? Is this story true?
I think this happened to someone.
Do you? You're wrong.
Did you make that up?
No.
Oh.
I passed my GCSEs, but I'm not that smart. Did not make that up. But it is from Reddit user Yellow Valley.
That
is
is
fake story.
Very scary.
That honestly, like I said, that's scarier to me.
People are scarier than ghosts, in my opinion.
And a Polaroid camera as well. That's What
was he going to do with those pictures?
Oh, I don't want to think about it. And also, why did we talk about the Polaroid camera but not the knife? Scary.
That is horrifying.
Yeah. Well, that's been our episode. If you're going to sleep with your lights on as well as us. That honestly...
I will definitely have my light on tonight.
That shivered my timbers, I can't lie. That one.
Yeah. I thought your one was a lot... Well, my one was real.
Your one was real, so I'm going to say your one's scarier. Your one's scary and your one's quite sad.
I think you'd be scared of... You were scared of my one.
Oh, I was scared from the beginning. I did not want to hear it, if I'm honest.
No. Oh, well,
oops. Oops. Thank you very much for watching our podcast today, and we will see you next time down into the rabbit hole.
Bye.
Bye.